Talk, shop, pop, movies.
Oh, hey there, this is Derek, the Convicted Cinephile, and if you're a convicted cinephile yourself, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel down below. On my channel, I like to talk, shop, and pop open, that is, movies and physical media, and it is Guild Award Week, Episode 3. Yes, I think this will be the last of the Guild Award Week videos, at least this week, because there's still more coming, but these were all packed so close together, I made a thing of it. Today, I believe we only have the Costume Guild, and what is probably one of the most important guilds, or it is one of the most important guilds, arguably the most important guild. Let me rephrase the Producers Guild of America, the PGA. So, like the Oscars, they have 10 nominations, and they are voted the same way as the Oscars. So, the result of the PGA does heavily reflect the result of the Oscars most of the time. And usually they go about 8 out of 10 nominations. So, 8 of these nominees, more or less, will translate into Best Picture nominations at the Oscars. If this is your first time finding me, uh, that was random, but thanks for showing up. I've been doing a few of these episodes this week, a whole bunch of Oscarology videos this week as well, where I just go over weird little Oscar facts and statistics. So check those out as well. I think they're neat. Yeah, other than that, coming up tonight, so hopefully you're watching this very soon. I'm doing a live stream, my third in a series of tournament battles of award-winning movies, essentially. So we're doing all 50 of the Best Picture nominees of the 1990s battling together to decide what is the Best Picture nominee of the 90s. But that's enough of that stuff here. I'm going to split my screen like so. There it is. I'm going to go to awardsdaily.com because I would have done this earlier, but they finally just announced the Producers Guild like a minute ago. So we're going to do the Costume Designers Guild first. The CDG, as they call it. And there's a picture of Black Panther, so undoubtedly that got in, blah, blah, blah stuff. All right, and they're categorized, which is nice. So, the 25th anniversary. Excellence in science fiction slash fantasy, costumes, Avatar The Way of Water, the Black Panther, that was a costume design winner as well, I believe. Everything Ever All at Once, nice to see that. Wocus Pocus 2, as I call it, for some reason. Why did that get nominated? It's the same costumes from the first one. Thor: Love and Thunder, not a great movie, but the costumes in that movie are fantastic. I always like to see superhero movies, other than Black Panther, getting nominations for costumes. So nothing really missing there that I'm like shocked about. The inclusion of Hocus Pocus 2 is kind of hilarious though. So excellent in contemporary film. Glass Onion. Glass Onion's been getting a good amount of costume mentions, and for good reason. Nope. That's kind of weird, but all right. Tar. Tar has very nice suits and costumes. Top Gun Maverick. Whatever. It just shows more support for Top Gun and a guild I wouldn't really expect. And Women Talking. I guess that's contemporary. I always thought it was like a period film, but I don't think it is. I'm just an idiot and I don't know enough about the movie because I haven't seen it. Excellence in period costumes, Babylon. I expect that to get in. Fantastic costumes in that. Don't worry, darling. I haven't seen it. It got a lot of mixed reviews, so it went to the back of my need to watch pile. But it did look nice, production design and costume wise. I'll give it that. Elvis, not a surprise. Miss Harris Goes to Paris. I believe that is like a costumey movie, more so than any of these other movies, as far as I know. And The Woman King, so that's cool. Woman King, I could see getting in at the Oscars. Elvis absolutely will get in. Babylon should get in. And then other than that, I think it would probably go Black Panther. I would like Everything Everywhere to get in because it has very weird, unique costumes, but I won't be surprised if it missed. But it's still nice to see it get support here. And that is it for the movies. So out of these 15 films, all 5 Best Picture nominees probably will come from these, more likely than not. So what will they be? We'll find out in a couple of weeks, right? So that was easy. Enough of that one. Let's go to the more important Producers Guild. There's Miles Teller. So obviously Top Gun made it. Not surprising whatsoever, especially after I got it at the DGA. So here they are. Oh, Derek's happy. Okay. Avatar, The Way of Water. Not surprising. Huge blockbuster movie. This is like the year of the blockbuster at the Oscars. Seriously, there's like 3 or 4 legitimate, like, hugely successful movies on this list. Avatar obviously being one of them. Banshees of Inisherin, my favorite film of the year, of last year, technically, so far, that I have seen. Black Panther, another massive blockbuster movie making it on there. I'm kinda surprised Black Panther made it into Best Picture. I am, but I'm not. Like, they're more prone to going comic booky than the Oscars are. I don't think it's gonna get in at the Oscars for Best Picture. It could Nightmare Alley its way in there, and it does have a most likely Best Supporting Actress Oscar nomination, so cool. It would be interesting if both Black Panthers ended up getting nominated for Best Picture, but I just don't think this one has the steam to make it, I guess. Elvis is undoubtedly getting in at this point. It has basically hit everything except Directors Guild, which thank God it did, because I did not want that to get nominated there. Everything Everywhere All at Once, another doesn't seem like a blockbuster, but it's a low budget independent movie that made over $100 million, and that's no easy feat. The Fablemans, Steven Spielberg, obviously. Glass Onion, I'm semi surprised to see here. I think Knives Out made it at the PGA, but missed at the Oscars. I know it missed at the Oscars. I think this is going to do the same because this is getting almost identical amounts of award recognition than that one, and that still didn't make it in. It only got in screenplay, which I think is going to be the same case for this movie. So there we go. Tar is getting in for Best Picture for sure. Top Gun Maverick, a doy, another hugely successful blockbuster. I mean, if you include Everything Ever All at Once, which I would, there is one, two, three, four, five like blockbuster movies out of 10. That's pretty damn good. Usually there's like two at best. So good for them. And there's a couple little independent movies, one of which is a blockbuster. And honestly, my favorite nomination, even it's not my favorite movie out of all 10 of these, but my favorite nomination is for Darren Aronofsky's The Whale. It gives me hope that The Whale can squeak into Best Picture, which makes it easier for Brendan Fraser to win Best Actor, and then I can die happy. I haven't had it in my top 10 for the Oscars for a while. I think a couple of these, like I said, 8 out of 10 is more or less what happens. I see 7 here that are absolutely getting in at the Oscars. No Babylon, first of all. I'll just say that. That did not make it. Not good for that. I'm not surprised a foreign movie didn't make it here because they usually don't. Like All Quiet on the Western Front has a good chance of getting in at the Oscars, but is not here. Same thing for Babylon, though, because it has a lot of tech support. I'll have to check if Nightmare Alley made PGA last year because I really don't remember, but that squeaked in at the Oscars as well. I don't think Black Panther is going to get in for Best Picture. I don't think Glass Onion's going to get in. And I'm like 50-50 on The Whale. So if it does go 8 out of 10, Black Panther and Glass Onion are the two I think that would miss. I would love if The Whale made it in. I'm not going to get my hopes up. This shows that it might make it. So hurrah. I'm just gonna I'll shut up now about The Whale. I liked The Whale a lot. I think it was my number 3 of the year so far that I've seen behind I'm gonna sneeze. There it is. Banshees and Everything Ever All at Once. And those are really only higher because they're more entertaining movies. The Whale is like it's entertaining for what it is, but you don't go to that movie for a hoot and a holler, that's for sure. It's a gut punching emotional drama with fantastic acting and a pretty dang good screenplay, which should make it in. So if it gets in for 2 acting awards, hopefully Hong Chau gets in, and screenplay, a Best Picture nomination is logical at that point. But like I said, not going to get my hopes up. Not to mention its makeup nomination, which it damn well better get. They do have animated features separate. Pinocchio, Marcel the Shell with Shoes on, Minions. Why do people enjoy these movies? Like I don't know. I just don't get it. But sure, like the 5th slot at the Oscars for animated feature is so up in the air. I don't even give a shit what it is, nor do I really care anyways, because Pinocchio is going to win. And then we have Puss in Boots, which I've heard is great. My kid saw it. I haven't seen it. And Turning Red, which is pretty good. It's a decent Pixar movie. I like it. I liked it more after a second watch, even. So I'll give it points for that. But nothing is as impressive as Pinocchio on any level in this list that I've seen at least. Marcel, I just haven't seen enough of, but I hear a lot of good things. So, and then it's TV stuff. So this makes me happy. honestly, the whale being here is like all I wanted to see. Everything else I didn't even care because it was like 5 movies I knew were gonna make it, and then the rest. But that is really all I wanted to do on this little video today because I have a live stream coming up later, like I said. So tune in at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my channel, Convicted Cinephile. You're already there. It shouldn't be that hard. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Notify yourself. Set an alarm. Do whatever you do. Like, share, subscribe. Go back, watch all these other videos I've been doing to catch up on the Guild Awards. Not to mention reactions to the Screen Actors Guild Award nominees, things like that. This Sunday is the Critics' Choice Awards, so I'll be watching that. And then as soon as possible after that, doing some sort of, reaction video to that as well. So the road to the Oscars, it's on its way. And the nominations come out in 12 days. So very, very excited. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Talk, shop, pop, movies.